Have you ever taken your phone to a repair shop for a particular repair to then get it back with a completely different problem? In this video, we're going to show you an iPhone 5S that went in for a simple LCD replacement and came out with a non-functional rear camera. If you've experienced a similar situation after taking your phone to a hole-in-the-wall repair shop, stay tuned and we'll show you how to avoid this in the future. Hey guys, this is Human from CellularDR.com. Welcome to our channel and thank you for tuning in. I know the iPhone 5S is an older phone now, but I had to make this video to show you some crazy hack jobs that we see done by scrupulous shops that give our industry a bad name. Just like other repair shops in any other industry, whether you're repairing your car, refrigerator, or cell phone, there are legitimate shops that are honest and fair. But also, there are others that are dishonest or just trying to make a quick buck and are no good at what they do. This phone was brought in by a customer complaining of a defective rear camera. The backstory is that when he was out of town, he broke the screen and took it to a local shop and had the screen replaced. When the phone was given back to him, he was told that the board was damaged from the drop and that the rear camera is not repairable. Since he's a regular customer of ours, he decided to get a second opinion when he came back home and brought the phone to us. Upon opening and inspecting it, I was completely shocked at what I saw. So I decided to go ahead and make a video to show everyone a common issue when taking your phone to an amateur shop that may save you a nominal amount of money, but will potentially cost you much more in the long run. Let me show you what I'm talking about. As you can clearly see here, there are at least 3 pins on the camera connector broken and missing. This is not due to a drop. The person that performed the repair on this phone was clearly an amateur and was having a hard time connecting the camera to the FPC connector. So after numerous tries and not lining up the connectors properly and trying to force it in place, the pins broke off. The only thing this shop did right on this repair is deciding to stop and not making the problem worse. Any legitimate repair shop would fix this damage without a charge, or if they can't repair it, they would explain the situation to the customer and offer to send the phone out for repair to a shop like ours that can perform this type of repair. Not these guys though. Not only did they not fess up to their mistake, they blamed the damage on the customer and proceeded to replace the LCD and charge the customer full price. Honesty goes a long way, people. Mistakes happen, but what sets businesses apart is how you deal with them. Take responsibility and make it right for the customer. Anyway, let's go ahead and fix this camera connector and satisfy another customer frustrated by a second-rate repair shop. Apply a small amount of flux to the connector. Using a JBC hot air station set to 430 degrees Celsius and at 40% airflow, start to heat the camera connector. As the pins around the connector heat up and loosen up, using a tweezer, simply pull the connector off. Be sure not to remove it with force. Allow the solder on the legs to loosen first. With these connectors, sometimes the plastic will melt before the solder, but since we're replacing the connector, there's no need to worry about the old connector. Continue to heat the connector and grab it from wherever you're comfortable and remove it. Apply new solder to the area and using the smallest soldering tip you can find, clear the area and remove any debris. Using solder wick, clean the pads and get them ready for the new connector. Feel free to adjust the board to your comfort as needed. Grab a new connector and line it up in its place. What I like to do here is solder the main anchor legs first so that the connector stays in place. So solder the anchor on one end and then line up the legs and just tap the tip of the soldering iron between where the legs on the connector and the board meet. Apply some fresh flux and add some solder to the tip of the iron. Then very carefully and slowly tap each joint a few seconds at a time with your iron. The connectors will take the solder from the tip of the iron and use it to mend the joints together. Continue doing this and add more flux and solder as needed. Be very careful to try and avoid touching the hot iron to the black plastic parts of the connector, as it will melt and change shape. If this happens, the camera connector will not sit on top of this connector properly, and you'll have to do this all over again. Once you're satisfied that all the legs are connected properly, apply some no clean liquid flux to the area and clean it with a brush. We found that the no clean liquid flux is a great cleaning agent as well and also dries very quickly. We usually have two sets of brushes. The first one cleans most of the flux and the dirt on the board, and the second one does the final cleaning of the contacts. Then we use compressed air to clean and dry the area. This helps to blow off any remainder flux and also dries out the board really well so we don't cause a short anywhere on the contacts. Let the board sit for about 30 seconds to a minute to fully cool down. Then reinstall the board into the housing. Screw down the motherboard in place and connect the main camera. Then continue to reassemble the phone by installing the LCD assembly in place. Now, before completely closing up the phone, it's a good idea to test the camera, confirming that it works. It looks like the battery on this phone is completely drained, so I'm going to let it charge a little while before testing it. In this channel, we're trying to bring you specialized videos on how to keep your devices running properly and to show you solutions on how to fix common problems. We're a full-service repair center and can perform any of these repairs for you as well. Remember, everyone's skill level is different. If after watching this video you decide that you would rather have your phone professionally repaired, we're here to help. You can find all the information you need in the description below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to share this video with anyone you know that may be experiencing a similar problem with their phone. I'm going to speed up the video here, and when the phone has a little charge, I can test and show you if the camera works. In the meantime, I would love to hear back from you regarding your experience trying to perform this repair. The feedback would be very helpful to us and to anyone watching this video and thinking about trying this repair. Now that the phone has some charge, let's test the camera. As you can see, it works perfectly. Unfortunately, this customer had to pay for a repair that was caused by another repair shop, but I think a lesson is learned here. Be sure to find a reputable repair shop to work on your phone, and if it costs a couple of bucks more, it's well worth the money. After all, you're paying them for their experience and workmanship, not to practice on your device. We hope you've enjoyed this iPhone 5S rear camera FPC connector repair. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you're automatically notified when new videos are posted and more tips and tricks on how to keep your phone running efficiently. Thank you for watching.